Hello and welcome to my new web series. Today I'm here to talk to you about self-defense against balloons, Wild West gunfights, a martial arts card game, and one game you simply have to win. My name is Josh, I'm your host, and this is Free Play. One thing I really enjoy doing in my spare time is browsing the free section of the Steam store. I find it kind of like a treasure hunt, and I'm often surprised and delighted by the creative stuff I find there. That's why I decided to do this show, so I can share my finds with you and tell you why I think these hidden gems are worth your time. Now, every game I talk about here is free to download and play right now, and I'll provide links in the video description where you can check them out yourself. I don't promise that every single game I talk about will knock your socks off, but I do promise that each has something interesting to offer and is at least worth the price of admission. So if you're in, let's go ahead and dive into our first game. Bloons TD Battles. If you give a monkey a tack and set him against a steady and ever-increasing supply of balloons to pop, at what point will there be more balloons than he is able to handle? That is the question at the core of this cute, cartoony take on the tower defense genre. The formula is fairly simple. Set up a variety of defensive weaponry to take out a stream of balloons before they can destroy you. But the real draw here is the multiplayer aspect. Not only are you trying to protect yourself from a stream of balloons, you can send more your opponent's way in an attempt to overwhelm him. Winning games allows you to unlock tougher balloons and more advanced defense systems. The result is fast-paced, competitive fun. Fistful of Frags. Fistful of Frags is a multiplayer arena shooter in the tradition of Quake and Unreal Tournament. It features a pretty standard stock of game types, like deathmatches and team-based capture the fort objectives, but what really sets it apart from other first-person shooters is its adherence to a spaghetti western aesthetic. This is the West of Louis L'Amour and Zane Grey, of Clint Eastwood and John Wayne. It's violent and gritty, but full of vibrance and the thrill of adventure. Its level design is solid, but where it really shines is in its wide range of weapons, from classic 6-guns and rifles to things I've not really encountered in other games, like a bow and arrow and sticks of dynamite. This game is best played online with other people, but it also features a tutorial and some single-player missions. If you grew up on cowboy movies, or would simply like to try an FPS that isn't the same Space Marine we've seen 100 times, this one is worth you checking out. Martial Arts Brutality. Okay, this game is bonkers. Described as a tactical card fighter, it is a turn-based fighting game in which all the available moves are selected from a deck of cards. Once a card is chosen, the player must swipe his mouse across a path to successfully execute it. After a set of cards is played, the game shows you the result of your moves in real time. Now, this game isn't without its problems. For one thing, the swipey aspect makes it an obvious port from mobile platforms. Also, the idea behind the card aspect is really cool for someone into tactics, but as I played it, it didn't really seem to matter which cards I chose so long as I swiped well. All card playing is on a short time limit, which doesn't really lend itself to the kind of strategic play this game seems to want to deliver. That said, there is opportunity for some real amusement here. As you progress, you can build your own decks of more powerful fighting moves, and customize your fighter. In the midst of battle, your opponent will taunt you, and you can type in your own responses. These are meant to be insults, but I started just putting in weird non sequiturs and giggling to myself when I watched the result. Classic. All in all, this game is far from perfect, but I admire its creator's willingness to take a chance on something so different. You have to win the game. I grew up playing PC games from the 80s, and this game felt like a piece of childhood. It is retro perfection, even simulating the curved glass look of an old monitor. There's a more colorful graphics option, but I prefer the simpler pink, cyan, white, and black look, as it feels truer to the era it's trying to emulate. You Have to Win the Game is a Metroidvania platform, basically a giant maze full of little money bags to collect. As you progress and unlock new abilities, you can backtrack and use those abilities to reach new sections. The controls are tight, and the gameplay never feels unfair, but the difficulty curve is pretty steep. You will die. A lot. Thankfully, there are plenty of checkpoints scattered throughout the world, so you're never too far away for a do-over. It's tricky, but if you're up for a challenge, victory can feel pretty rewarding. Also, there's a mode where you can play as a cat. You're welcome, Internet. So that's my show. Thanks so much for watching. If you try any of the games I mentioned today, or have a free game you think I should check out, please let me know in the comments below. Also be sure to click like and subscribe to see more videos like this. For now, you're free. Now go play.